Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well, and it's time for a little cringe. We're going to be cringing, everyone, in reaction to the latest song and music video released by one Mr. Kid Rock. Yes, Kid Rock has come out of the woodwork to drop some new music. The track titled Don't Tell Me How to Live, featuring Monster Truck, a very big boy name for a big boy musician, Monster Truck. This song comes on the heels of the announcement that Kid Rock is going to be making anti-woke music, I guess because he really knows where his audience is at, and he's going to start feeding that desire, that demand with this track, and maybe more like it into the future. If you look at the cover art to this single, it has Lady Liberty with a COVID mask on, because Kid Rock will not be told how to live in the face of a deadly pandemic, but I guess rules and laws and expectations that Kid Rock not poop his pants in public places or walk around nude or maybe wear a seatbelt when he drives. He's okayed with those. You know, let's give it a fair shot, a fair shake, see what Kid Rock has to say, and see what his music is sounding like after all these years. Let's go.
Fuck all you hoes! Detroit till I die, motherfucker! Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live. Anybody? Why did we ever let guys sing like that? It's really an abomination.
I'm heartless. I'm more like the sharpest tool in the shed. No.
Kid Rock, still with the same exact flow after 20 years. Kid Rock has been at it for well over 2 decades, mind you, but in the 2 decades since he really had his big commercial break, the man has not come up with a new flow. Good on him. He's married to this flow. He is married to this flow. He's in a monogamous relationship with this flow. He will not cheat on this flow. Will Kid Rock cheat on his girl? Yes. Will he cheat on his flow? Absolutely not.
Ain't nothing changed here. I still don't give a fuck. So what the fuck's up with all the backlash? You snowflakes, here's a newsflash.
Oh man, newsflash, snowflakes. Are you triggered? Mind you, Kid Rock has said little to nothing offensive so far. I mean, you know, lyrically, this is pretty much par of the course for everything that he did back in the day. Bucka, you ain't never met a motherfucker like this. Kiss my ass and then you suck a dick. Suck a dick sideways, back ways, front ways, suck a dick. Yeah, I mean, so far, I don't know who the hell this would offend, honestly. It sort of seems more like being offensive as cosplay. Like, if I remember correctly, there was a song, Cowboy, back in the day, where Kid Rock said that he was going to paint the sheriff's town red and paint his wife white. You're going against the cops and you're going to splooge on his significant other. That's pushing it, buddy. That's, you know, you're kind of flirting with some bad behavior there. This so far is not so much even close to that.
Ain't nobody gonna
tell me how to.
Years ago, we all thought it was a joke. See, that every kid got a motherfucking trophy. But yo, homie, here's a situation. A nation of pussies is our next generation.
Okay, this line I find very funny for a few different reasons. One, I mean, participation trophies, I remember being a thing when I was a kid, and I don't know, there weren't any parents on the sidelines of the soccer field being like, hey, you're gonna make all these kids pussies. And the idea that this was a joke back in the day is not really a thing. I mean, this obsession with everybody getting a participation trophy, everyone gets a trophy, is more of a phenomenon of, like, you know, the 2010s, unless you're talking about back in the day being like 2013. Then the cherry on top is Kid Rock's shirt here. This is social media sucks. Like, meanwhile, social media, at least right-wing online spaces, are pretty much like ghostwriting every lyric and point of view espoused in this song so far. So, I mean, I feel like you owe this song to social media, Mr. Rock.
Every opinion has a millennial effect. offended.
Opinion has a millennial offended. Fuck millennials. Well, okay, a couple of things. Sir, I am a millennial. I am 36 years old. I'm getting up there in age. I am old. I'm too old to be offended by whatever the hell you're doing here in this video. And millennials are pretty much your audience, dude. Like, people my age, if you were into like rock or country music or rap rock and that sort of thing, like, you know, most likely came of age around a time when your music was popular. Granted, a lot of us who grew up listening to Kid Rock grew out of listening to Kid Rock. Kid Rock, though, has not grown out of being Kid Rock. Kid Rock being a character, mind you, because he's not the rootin' tootin' redneck that he portrays himself to be, as he grew up in the lap of luxury, a child millionaire, more of a Richie Rich than he was some kind of like wild trailer park boy. But let's go on.
Get a clue, approve your fake news and views.
Oh, the fake news and views. Oh. I find it really funny, the obsession that you know, people with Kid Rock's point of view here have with like the media telling lies and not being true. And like, did you think before this era, really before the era of Trump, did you think the media just told the truth all the time? Did you think all the television channels told the truth? It's this really weird revelation that a lot of these people seem to be undergoing right now, that like they tell lies on the TV. I'm sorry. How is this not just like an SNL skit? I know right wingers and MAGA people and rednecks like really hate things like SNL, and hey, you know, SNL is an institution that has a lot of issues and quite lib in my opinion, for sure. But this is about SNL, you know, level production here, and SNL level comedy, if there are any jokes being made, which is why satire these days is kind of dead, because no matter what you do to make fun of these people, like, they're just going to turn around and unironically make this video and openly embrace doing cringe.
You're like Milli Vanilli, kinda silly as shit. I'm like
You're like Milli Vanilli, kind of silly and shit. I'm like Shotgun Willie smoking Phillies and shit. Sir, you will never be Willie Nelson, because Willie Nelson isn't cosplaying being country, isn't cosplaying being a redneck, isn't cosplaying, you know, being that real down-to-earth guy. And furthermore, do you see Willie Nelson, like, you know, doing this bullshit here? Willie Nelson's still alive, man. And is Willie Nelson being cringe like this? No. Willie Nelson has dignity, which Kid Rock will never have, which is why he's doing this.
I'm like Reverend Ron or David Lee.
Oh, well, now he really is cosplaying. So yeah, Don't Tell Me How to Live. I would say on the cringe scale, I would give this a solid 7 out of 10. Decent amount of cringe, not the most amount of cringe I've ever seen, but a fair amount. On the offensiveness scale, I would actually give it maybe a 2. I really didn't think too much of it was offensive at all. You know, the only thing that was really kind of offensive about it, I guess it was offensive to my taste. I, for one, have no wish, honestly, to tell Mr. Kid Rock how to live. At this point, if he really wants to go out there and catch COVID and not be vaccinated, who the hell knows? Maybe he is vaccinated at this point. Maybe Kid Rock is really just, again, sort of saying this sort of thing, barking out this narrative in order to attract a certain audience. But like many who do that sort of thing, they don't practice what they preach, and they don't put their lives on the line for the stuff that they're saying, because they themselves are smart enough to know that to actually carry out that lifestyle would be stupid. And Kid Rock, you know, certainly grew up affluent and wealthy enough to have a pretty solid head on his shoulders, solid enough to understand good music and media marketing. And certainly this song and music video seems to be hitting with the audience that it's supposed to. So I would give this, you know, again, a 2 on the offensiveness scale. well. I would say it's kind of like Kid Rock coming back around to do a little bit of Tom McDonald routine, and who knows, maybe the two of them will collaborate at some point in the future, because it seems like they have a lot of crossover potential. So there you go. I will leave it there. You're the best. I hope you enjoyed cringing along with me to this new Kid Rock masterpiece. And yeah, The Devil Without a Cause. He's back because he has another cause: owning those libs. So good luck to him on that venture. And nobody gonna tell me